Hello viewers, you're watching Nltv News now. This is Nufu Iyer and here are the headlines. Nikki-led NSCN-K and Government of India are all set to sign ceasefire agreement by Tuesday or Wednesday. Delegation of the Nikki-led NSCN-K are set to leave for Delhi today to meet with Home Ministry officials for the signing of the ceasefire agreement. The citizens of Tuensang have demanded that a strict action be initiated against Superintendent of Police Amit Nigam for misusing his power. Reportedly, the SP has fled Tuensang and has reached Mokokchung district. Prices of petrol and diesel have seen a decline in the recent days. In some states, petrol price has decreased by 64 paise and diesel by 1.28 paise. Nagaland State Legal Services Authority announces to conduct the third quarterly National Lok Dal Adalat in all the district headquarters on September 10. A total of 11 Lok Adalat benches at the district court premises to be set up. And now the news in details. Nikki-led NSCN-K is set to sign the formal ceasefire agreement with the Government of India by Tuesday or Wednesday. Highly placed sources inform that a delegation of the Nikki-led NSCN-K group will be leaving for Delhi on Monday, where they will be meeting Home Ministry officials to sign the ceasefire agreement. It was also learned that Ceasefire Monitoring Group Chairman Lieutenant General Amarjit Singh Beti is also likely to be present during the signing of the ceasefire. Nikki maintained that the decision to join the peace talks or to revive the ceasefire was to fulfill the wishes and aspirations of the Nagas. To give peace a chance, Nikki said his only wish was that Nagas unite and asserted that there may be differences among various groups. But unless all three, NSCN-IM, WCNN-PGs and NSCN-K sit together, there cannot be any headway. The Dimapur police on Sunday arrested one suspected drug peddler, identified as Mrs. Adaho Mao, in a connection for the transporting illegal drugs to suspected to be heroin. Dimapur police has registered a case in this connection at East Police Station. The Supreme Court on Monday strongly expressed its displeasure over the way the centre enacted the Tribunals Reforms Act 2021, reducing the terms of members and chairmen of tribunals, which it says are identical to the earlier law struck down by the Supreme Court. The Apex Court said that the government appears hell-bent on not respecting the Apex Court's orders. Chief Justice India N.V. Ramana and Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and L.N. Rao said that the government appointed 9 Supreme Court judges within 7 days of recommendation reaching it and questioned about why it is taking 1.5 years to appoint tribunal members and chairpersons. The Chief Justice of India further said that they were not interested nor in inviting any confrontation with the government and that they would list the matter for further hearing till next Monday and will either close down the tribunals or take the appointments and initiate contempt if the government does not implement the recommendation. Seven village under Woka district installed 7 portable X-ray machines at Sanis, Chukitong, Wuzuro, Ralan, Moilan, Sungro and Bandari. Sources informed that the new portable X-ray machine were purchased through COVID fund under local area development program. The decision to purchase the portable X-ray machines was taken by Dimapur District Planning and Development Board Woka under the chairmanship of advisor Shri Monlumokikon. Nagaland has emerged as the worst performing state overall in the Northeast region. With poor performances in poverty, health and affordable energy, the report was released by the Niti Aayog last week. The first edition of Niti Aayog Sustainable Development Goals (SDG) Index, focusing on the Northeast region, places 12 of Nagaland districts in the performer category of the index. Nagaland performed poorly in 6 goals: no poverty, good health and well-being, affordable and clean energy, sustainable cities and communities, industry and innovation and infrastructure. However, it indicated a mixed performance by the state in quality education, reducing inequalities, climate action and peace, justice and strong institutions. The state has done well in the No Hunger SDG, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, decent work and economic growth. It has also excelled in the Life on Land SDG with just 1 district in the performer category and the rest under the front runner category. Nagaland is followed by Meghalaya in the index, which has all but 1 district which is a front runner in the performer category. The urban local bodies ULB elections, which have not been held for 12 years in Nagaland, is a big issue which the government is silent on. Back in 2016, people protested against this very issue and 2 dear lives were lost during police firing. Nagaland also lost a very important historical site, which is the old MLA hostel built by the British during the protests. The issue also resulted in the stepping down of the then Chief Minister of Nagaland, T.R. Ziliang. Nltv asked citizens of Kohima town for their opinion on 33% reservation for women in the ULB. Here is a report from Muatamjan Ponganar.
Is that if I actually have thought about this for a while, and I have two opinions. One a positive opinion, one a constructive opinion. The first positive opinion is that yes, we need to have that one. We have to be, my reason for that is we have to be inclusive. So if you run a society, if you run a group of people, you know, when you need to run a state, like a big state like us, in order to take the decisions to, you know, to run a state, we have to include both men and women, because the decision making thought process is different from men and women. So we have to be inclusive. Yes, we have to include the women folk for that. My second opinion, constructive, is that if you say that we are going to have 33%, for them, then what rises in that occasion is that they do not have to do anything because it's already reserved for them. Is that we have to be inclusive, but they don't have to do anything. They cannot rise to the occasion and say, okay, I'm going to rise up to the challenge. Even if there is no reservation, I'm going to rise up to the challenge and, be in a world where I'm not included. That's where it goes, because it's very easy for them when we do that. We have to be inclusive, but we have to make it. We have to run our society in such a way that we have to include, both men and women. So it is yes, but on the flip side is that it makes it a little easy for them. So just for the example of, let's say, women, the decision is taken by women and the 33% is reserved for men. So the men, for 33% is reserved for them, so they can't do anything. It's very easy for them because, okay, I'm going to sit very idly because 33% is reserved for them. Even if I don't do anything, they're going to include me. So they cannot rise up to the challenge. That's what. So that is my opinion, I think.
Apart from this 33% reservation for women, let us first know that why is reservation for women important? Itu ki karne important ase kulido equality. Holibi equality kuisi kulido we have to fight for our own way. We have to make our own path. Aro men have come a long way fighting for their own way in this political, economic, in every way possible. Men have come a long way, and itado women kando they have to fight for their own way too. Itu equality do women can be fight kurolo mona sigli do tahanijola do 33% reservation do luo lage. Itu tahanijola hope as do 33% reservation do. Aro itu itiatok Nagaland do MLA maiki ektabi nai women MLA itu ektabi nai itiatok to. Aro mola opinion do itu maiki ekta holibi olai shigli do itu inspiration ho alak manu hangar nebi. Itu ese mola opinion do.
There are reports of recent incidents that Excise Department personnel have been stopping media vehicle and asking for money at Delhi Gate, Dimapur. When Nltv went for a verification, it was found out that the personnel stationed at the gate mistook the media vehicle for a commercial vehicle. Our reporter RM Achumi has a report from the spot.
मैं मिजुर किला से दो एक्सरसाइज से गेट है ना से तो मैं लाइक मैं हुदियो मुझे था क्या दो 2 दिन 3 दिन हुए हम लोग ड्राइवर से हमें ना चलना था वो कोई था क्या दो ताकि रुका है से उन्हें कोई था से तो अपने यहाँ तो जानना ना जिन्हें तुम मीडिया लगा रहे हैं
अयो ना जाने तो कारण हमें तो क्या से तो कल ही रुका है साइकिल लेने का हो शेगा था ठीक है से
अच्छा अच्छा मैं हुदियो मुझे था क्या तो आरो काली जाने से आजू रुका है इनका खबर पाई थी ना माना
तो फिर से दांते क्या नहीं मेरे ना इन्हीं रुका है होले भी तो अपने खान इन्हीं जैसे दे इन्हीं का है कोई भी न होले भी हमें खान ठीक ना जानी ले इन्हीं का रुका है था के इतो कारण है ऐसे न होले तो एको न होए
तो अपने यहाँ की किला उठाए तो क्या तो टैक्स तो
ये तो हमें खान तो ताते परा आहा खान तो चालान तो की बुके आया से तो खान तो एनी साइ किले माने बिया लगा खामदी आनी बो पारे तो कारण ना एनी चालान तो मानी के ना साइ तो ऐसे
तो मीडिया गाड़ियां तो को बोन इनका तो नहीं ना इधर तो अपने लाइक मोहन अपने नजर था क्या करने इनका रुकाई देते
अच्छा ठीक है
तो मोहन तो बोन असना लाइक मीडिया हैं कि तो नुले कोते बोली भी तो इधर भी मोहन गाड़ी हैं कि भी आरो किबा एक कैटेगरी ऐसे नहीं कि इन्हें दिवोले ना इनका भावना था
इतो तो ना जाने निमित्त नहीं होता है ऐसे होता है ना
तो मान इधर अहिने जानो पाइसी कि ये तो तहां अमिया ना गाड़ी NLTV ला गाड़ी रुकाई था क्या तो itu tahan najana karne rukhai dekse kono mangi janai che de amiana police member to itu karne inga khoboran alag alag khan sai thako karne apne sai de Nagaland TV moi ara machumi with camera person benang sana for NLTV.
Nagaland State Legal Services Authority announces to conduct the third quarterly national Lok Dal Adalat in all the district headquarters on September 10. It informed that a total of 11 Lok Adalat benches at the district court premises would be set up by the District Legal Services Authority. Reportedly, Lok Dal Adalat is one of the alternative dispute redressal mechanisms and forum where cases pending in the court of law or are at pre-litigated stage are settled or compromised. The prices of petrol and diesel have been slashed by at least 15 paise per litre by state-run oil marketing companies across the country on Sunday. The slash in the price remains unchanged in Dimapur for 3 consecutive days. The price revision saw the price of petrol from 100.36 rupees to 99.72 rupees, and for diesel the price dropped from 92 rupees to 90.72 rupees per litre. However, price rates will differ from state to state after added frigid charges and taxes.
Petrol aro diesel laga dam do slightly namina amian tikho parishe তো ডিমাপুৰ টাউন দিবি এতিয়া পেট্ৰল আৰু ডিজেল লগা দামটো কিমান হৈছে এইটো আমি চব মানুহ জানি ল'ব এইটো পেট্ৰল লগা দামটো কিমান থাকিছে আৰু কিমান তাক নামি আছে
पहिला तो 100.36 থাকিছে এতিয়া তো 972 पैसा হৈছে না তো টোটাল নামা তো 64 पैसा নামিছে এক মাহিনাতে না আৰু ডিজেল লাগা দাম তো पहिला 91 হাইস্টলি দাম তো 92 पैसा থাকিছে এতিয়া তো আপনি 90.72 হৈছে টোটালি 1.27 पैसा তো নামি 1 रुपीस 27 पैसा নামিছে এইটো মাহিনাতে
আমি চব মানুহ শুনিব পাৰিছে পেট্ৰল লগা দামটো এতিয়াতো হ'লেতো 99.72 শুইনা আছে আৰু ডিজেল লগা দামটো হ'লেতো 90.72 এইটো তাক নামি না আছে এইটো আমি চব মানুহ জানিছে মই আছে কমিউনিটি নংটি উইথ
The Nagaland Integrated Disease Surveillance Program (IDSP) has expressed concern over the high prevalence of Delta variant in the state. IDSP informed that 99% of whole genome sequencing samples collected from Nagaland have been identified to be of the Delta variant of concern. IDSP informed in its September 4 weekly COVID roundup that out of the 286 samples sent for sequencing, 283 samples were of Delta variant. Other variants included 1 Alpha variant and 2 Kappa variant. As per Union Health Ministry data, India records 42,766 fresh COVID cases in the last 24 hours. With the new cases, India's total case load has risen to 3,29,88,673. The ministry has also reported 308 new deaths, thus taking the death tally to 4,40,533. Nagaland also records 54 fresh COVID-19 positive cases and 1 death. The 54 fresh infections are Mon 15, Kohima 13, Dimapur 11, Pek 6, Mokokchung 5, Wokha 3, Zineboto 1. The total case load of Nagaland is 30,356. Kohima local ground is one of the most common ground for the people in Kohima. It's a football ground, but lots of activities take place, especially during Christmas and New Year. Church service used to take place for different tribes, expos, carnivals, sport weeks, and schools and colleges, ward sports, business. But after the pandemic, not a single activity has been taken place, and lack of maintenance has left the ground in bad condition, leaving leaves and grass to grow from the ground. As the time of Christmas and New Year is near, it is the sole responsibility of the people to take care of its environment and surrounding.
Welcome to Nltv. Aji ide Nltv than Kohima de aina ase. Idu Kohima de aina thayo do Kohima logo ground ase idu. Kohima logo ground do sabse common ground ase idu Kohima manu thang gani. Ide amin than sa ase ugulu do ina month of August September thane do NSF football tournament classic football tournament nang ki jai aro December enala month than aise ugulu do ide activity than bisi jai expo than nisina aro Christmas New Year program alag alag churches tang combine devotional service tang ki ulo idukla nohe alag moina than dibi ami than schools than nisina colleges nisina ide sports week than activity ki jai holibi since pandemic aija bisi ami than ide dikhya je manu gari ekta bi ne berai aro idu ne berai hisab to ground bi na hui je aro ami than sob dikhya je ground de pata grass idom bi ola je idu ola hisab to ami than dikhya je ki maintenance tan na jai na gi aro maintenance tan nukuri na gi idu khobor lule aise ami as a reporter Rabin Hongobong amila camera person Imli. Thank you for watching Nltv.
Rotary Center Dimapur on Sunday celebrated Rotary Club Teachers Day. 5 male teachers were felicitated and 6 female teachers from Inner Wheel Club were felicitated by Women's Wing. The program host mentioned that the government teachers were given much priority during the felicitation program.
Yeah, today Rotary Club and Innerville Club felicitated 5 male teachers and 6 female teachers. Rotary Club felicitated 5 male teachers, out of which 4 were government school teachers and 1 was from private school. And Innerville Club felicitated 6 female teachers and the selection process, the criteria, our project chairman Vijay Sharma will explain.
Well, we have a very predefined criteria as far as goes for regarding the selection of the teachers. Otherwise, due to pandemic, we couldn't follow that criteria. Otherwise, the criteria is that we usually go, bring the sheet to the students, they mark it up, then the head teacher marks it up, and then we calculate an average of that, and on that basis of that which we select. But this year being pandemic year, students not returning to school, so we requested those individual schools to give names of top teachers. And that's how we have collected. And our concentration mainly is to recognize teachers from government school, because they, despite all the lack of infrastructure and all, they are the ones who really struggle more. And we have also felicitated some of the private teachers also, but definitely this is the criteria. And hopefully next year, with the pandemic being over, we get back to the way of selection.
And as your motto says, serve to change lives. I believe as a teacher also, each and every teacher also does the same thing. We serve to change lives. And at this present situation, if we say like what it means to be a teacher, I feel teacher is a person with many characters inside them. We need to be an entertainer, we need to be a storyteller, we need to be a dancer and singer also, especially during our Children's Day to entertain our children. Of course, we need to be good interact so that our students don't sleep in the class. And of course, the most important part of being a teacher is we have to be responsible, because in our hand, the life of a child, it depends on it. So on this very beautiful, and you can say this is my first occasion in my last 15 years of teaching service. This is the first occasion like I am standing here, and honestly, every year I used to feel like kabhi to mujhe milega. And I think this is the time that I got. I'd like to thank my director, ma'am and sir from Maple Tree School, who used to encourage a lot, and they always push me that Sudipta, do whatever you like, follow your passion and follow what you want. And that also motivates me to help my students to do what they like and excel in their studies in what they are doing. So today, this particular gift of love also I would like to dedicate to my teachers who taught me and made me who I am today, and also everyone who believes in me. So thank you so much. Thank you, Rotary Club of Dimapur. Thank you, everyone.
India Tourism Imphal, Ministry of Tourism in collaboration with Pyre Troops, organized an awareness campaign and sanitation program at Suku Valley on 3rd September 2021. The program was attended by a group of people undergoing tour guide training by YouthNet in partnership with Department of Planning and Coordination and Directorate of Tourism, Government of Nagaland with Pyre Tours. Kohima, Nagaland as the training partner, about 32 participants attended the event. The sanitation drive was followed by a brief program with Ms. Onan Nendi, the brand ambassador of Nagaland Tourism, Government of Nagaland, as the resource person. She shared the importance of responsible tourism and the need to reduce the carbon footprints. The program ended with an act of pledge by the participants, throwing a stone in the air, pronouncing not to litter and remain as responsible tour guides. Luke Kenny, popular actor, film director, producer, music director, composer and former VJ to judge the 13th edition of the Music Awards of Nagaland. Native Track Society also informed that submission of entries to the 13th edition of the Music Awards of Nagaland would be closed from today. Reportedly, Kenny began his career as a DJ, followed by successful stint as the first male VJ on Channel V. He also served as the head of music programming in Channel V till 2008. Furthermore, he gained widespread recognition for his role in the 2008 rock musical drama Rock On. A two-day workshop at Guwahati-based Regional Cybercrime Coordination Center was held on Friday and Saturday to tackle cybercrime in the 8 northeastern states. During the two-day workshop, it was decided that the police and other officials of the northeastern states and the central agencies would work in close coordination to deal with the threat of cybercrime. Addressing the workshop, Assam's Director General of Police, Bhaskar Jyoti Mahanda, stressed on the importance of cyber policing and securing the cyberspace in the country. He emphasized the need for proper coordination and communication amongst the law enforcement agencies since cybercrime knows no boundaries and has no jurisdiction. While cybersecurity consultant Krishna Shastri highlighted the latest trends in cybercrime and best practices in the investigation. India Meteorological Department IMD has predicted another spell of rain in Delhi for 4 days starting Monday. The downpour will not be as heavy as the previous downpour, said the weather department. There is no orange alert in Delhi till September 9. Drizzling will continue and temperature will not increase, said senior IMD scientist Dr. R.K. Jenami. The impact of the rainfall was high with a lot of water logging, traffic and water entering houses in the last downpour. Noting effects of climate change, the senior scientist added that events of intense and heavy rainfall in a short span of time are increasing, and this year, this trend is clearly visible in Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacted with the health care workers and beneficiaries of COVID-19 vaccination program via video conferencing in Himachal Pradesh. PM Modi in the conference meeting said that he has seen all the staff members, including doctors, nurses and others working in teams. He added that leniency shouldn't happen in any form to complete the vaccination drive. Dr. Rahul of Civil Hospital, Dotra Kwar Shimla said that teams were deployed to every house to spread awareness about the virus and vaccination. The Taliban has taken control of Panjshir province, the last area of Afghanistan held by resistance forces, said Islamist militant group spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid. Picture on social media shows Taliban members standing in front of the Panjshir provincial governor's compound. The National Resistance Front, NRF, on late Sunday proposed that the Taliban stop its military operations in Panjshir, wherein the Taliban claims on having captured the entire valley. NRF leader informed that he is ready for peace talks and supports plans made by religious clerics for a negotiated settlement and asked the Taliban to end their offensive. There has been no immediate response from the Taliban. That's all we have for now. Keep watching Nagaland TV for more news and updates.